congratulations on the show.
Oh, thank you.
We blitzed all 4 episodes last night, so
good.
I'm well...
It's in the brain.
It's in the brain, yeah. I'm going to start with the important journalistic question. What's harder for you, keeping the secrets for this or being on the Bake Off?
Oh, you know what? Actually, being on Bake Off was quite hard. Secrets for this, maybe because I'm getting used to it now, but they're quite easy to like what I'm allowed to say and what I'm not to say. Also, like the secrets are secrets for a good reason. But Bake Off was so stressful. I think they really don't how stressful it is. And also because it was the celebrity version, they were trying to make it funny and like, you know, good TV. But I was like, no, I want to focus on stop talking to me. I want to make this cake. But it's fun. It was great fun.
Yeah. It's almost like there's a strange dichotomy between baking a cake, casting spells and all that kind of stuff,
very
I guess. How was this kind of pitched to you? Because like you said, there's secrets, but secrets for a reason because, you know, for fans and everything else. How was it pitched to you and what about this character and the kind of environment struck you as being, I kind of want to get involved with this?
I mean, at first it wasn't pitched to me at all because the like it was like untitled Marvel series for untitled role, and like my first audition scene was the episode 1 interrogation scene. So I was like, what is this? I have no idea what show this is. But as like I went through the process, they would tell me more and more, and you know, I feel like they couldn't have written a better part for me as a person, as Joe. Like, it's such a... If I wasn't playing the part, I would be a massive fan of the show and a fan of the character, so it's just really fun. Yeah.
I've been a huge fan of Kathryn Hahn for many years. I remember seeing her in Step Brothers and Anchorman and everything else. And you just mentioned about one of the best scenes, which is that interrogation scene at the beginning. Tell me about not just working with her and seeing how, you know, why she is so great, but that scene is so like unique and so like unlike Marvel stuff, and I kind of like it when they do that. So what was that?
I mean,
like?
That was it was it's just fun to like do something so different every day. Our show, like, every day was something just completely like different. I'd be talking to friends about what I was doing. They're like, how is this the same show? Like, one day you're doing like a police interrogation scene, the next just sliding down a slide in a forest. Like what are you, like, and you're flooding a Hamptons beach house. Like, what are you making? Which I think is what's so great about our show, is there's just so much in there. And Kathryn is just the best actress I've ever seen, and like on screen, and just also like watching her work and the way that she crafts these characters, and the way that she is so subtle in her facial expressions, but she tells you so much, but also tells you nothing at the same time, which is why it's so great for Agatha as a character, because she reveals nothing but yet reveals everything at the same time, which is just really great.
Yeah. What's it been like for you in the last couple of years in terms of, you know, you obviously wanted to be an actor and wanted to be as creative as you possibly could and take on great roles, and you've had this bubbling away, no pun intended, but then obviously like Heartstopper become this big thing. How's it like been in your kind of like headspace in the last couple of years? Because I can imagine it kind of all comes at once when you kind of sometimes might get it a bit slower.
I mean, it's been overwhelming, but in like the best way. You know, I'm doing the thing that I've always dreamed of doing, and on an amazing scale. And so, you know, some days it's really stressful and overwhelming, and I just want to curl up into a ball and hide from it all. And then most days it's just amazing. But you know, I've loved working on both Heartstopper and this. I've been very lucky, and I, touch wood, hopefully will continue to be.
And what's it been like for you diving into Marvel in terms of the comics and everything? Because like you say, your character has a mystery to him, as does most of the show, to be fair. And obviously WandaVision did as well, and there were so many fan theories. What's it like for you sitting back and kind of, do you go on the social media and look at what people are talking about it? Because already people have their ideas of what the show is and what you are and everything else in between. Yeah,
I mean, I've looked at a few things. I try not to, because I will do that thing whereas I'll read something, read 100 things, and one of them might be negative, and that's the one I'll remember. And then I'm not very good at shaking them off. I often will take things quite personally and like think about it all day, and it's not very healthy. So but also, like, you know, I love reading what the fans think about the show and what they think is going to happen, because it's also fun. Some people are really, really good, and they should become writers for Marvel, and then some people are like, nice one, let's try it, nice idea, but you're completely wrong, which is great fun, you know. That's one of the great things about Marvel, is the fact that the fans have so much theories and so invested in the stories, which is amazing.
Yeah. See, I have my ideas about your character, But then I had the same ideas, similar. I had ideas about when Quicksilver came back into WandaVision, and then was like, oh, it's definitely going to be this. And you're like, oh wait, that was a red herring after all.
Yeah.
So it's kind of good. I kind of like that. So wish you all the best with the show. It's great fun. Thank you so much for your
nice
time.
to meet you. Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!